In the last episode, I hung out in the Lawson National Forest with a bunch of yellow jackets and did some repairs on my motorcycle before moving south towards Reno, Nevada to escape the oppressive heat. Pretty good example of one of my camp exploration fails. I'm coming up to a forest road. I had to cross several private roads to get up to this one, and this just keeps getting nastier and nastier, and I'm still not on the forest road. Let me show you what I'm actually getting myself into here. Yeah, it's probably nice up here if I actually ever get up here, but I don't know what I'm running into. It looks like 8 more miles of nasty road like I've been coming up here, so I think I'm gonna just cut and run and find me another place. And when I say it was hot, it was hot. California, this time of year, apparently it's very unseasonably hot. And I had actually chosen Reno as a destination to pick up a tire over Sacramento, which was south. I think we were close to the same distance, but it was 106 in Sacramento and only 96 in Reno. So I chose the Reno route, but it's probably a good idea that I bugged out of my potential camp spot that day. What are the odds of me breaking a cable again right outside a rest stop? What are the odds? I mean, talk about lucky. And I've got a shady spot as long as nobody runs me off here. I hope I got enough cable to put it back together. It's been crunching for a while, so I knew it was coming. And by crunching, I mean it's not turning as well. It's flexing the cable. So I knew it was just a matter of time. But man, it's been overdue. I think it's been overdue maybe a couple of weeks now. I don't know if I could have found a better spot. I got water. I got a bathroom. I got who knows what kind of resources here. I hope I got internet. Shit, yeah, I got internet. That's great. All right, let's take it all apart. Good thing. The bottom of the cable broke this time. So this guy, and when I realized that, I humped it back to the highway out here. I mean, I was clutching in right out there where that truck is. And, oh damn, everything's blown out. Well, anyway, right out there on the highway, to try to find a ferrule. Something similar to this, except it was this one, the one I'm looking for was brass, but it's about the same size. Now, this one will fit, except it won't go in that little slot there. So if I just had a big flathead screwdriver, pry that thing open just a little bit, I could get that thing in there, because you can see it's not that far away from going in there. So if I can get this thing in there, I'll be back on the road here shortly. Maybe. I was able to pry this thing open a little bit, just enough to get this thing in there with this this truck stop vice grips. And as you can see, it pops right in there. So if I can just get the cable back in there, I can squish that down. Yeah. All right. We may be on the road here shortly. Looks like it's working to me. Let's get on down the road. Let me begin. I know temperature, hot temperatures may not be a big deal to a lot of you watching. And I'm from the south. It's hot and muggy. It's very humid in the summer. But that's a big deal to me. It's one of the big reasons that I like going out to the Rockies. I like being able to go up when it's hot into the cool, cold mountain air, and I like being able to go back down into the valleys and the plains when it's cold and escape the weather. That's a really big deal to me, and I'm not sure if I've talked about that much or as much as I should, but the people that I camp with hear it a good bit, and I probably should talk about it more. But talking about it in terms like I'm talking about it now, make it sound like I'm just a big sissy and I don't like hot weather and cold weather, and it's anything but the truth. I've endured it my whole life, and I choose to avoid it now, and I can, and that's one of the big goals for me on these trips, is to find nice weather. There's no reason for me to put up with bad weather, and that's kind of why I made the decision to go towards Nevada. I just got off the phone with a buddy, and I was telling him the story of how I wound up in Reno. I was going south, and I looked at Sacramento I was heading south to get a tire. So bigger city, I've got options instead of hoping somebody's got something in stock, and they never do. They don't have the right tire. So I figured bigger city, they'll have something in stock, or they'll be able to get it in a couple of days. So I looked at Sacramento and I looked at Reno. Reno's just across the California border. Sacramento was 106 degrees, Reno was 96 degrees. So I was like, Reno. So I get outside, I'm an hour away from Reno, and I pull into that rest stop. Clutch cable broke as I'm almost in the turn lane. Anyway, I get in there and I'm putting everything back on the bike. It's like, man, I should call some shops in Reno, make sure somebody's got my stuff, and if not, go ahead and order it. I may need to camp outside of town. Anyway, I started thinking, Reno, I know somebody that lives in Reno. My buddy Dave and Shannon, his wife, live here, and they're just down the road. So let's hang out. I'm coming through town to get a tire. Anyway, he just sent me his address, and I am plugging it into maps right now. Woo! 24 minutes away.